Welcome back to another episode of the Speak Your Truth podcast, man. The actual podcast, man. We sitting down my man U4L Judo. Feel me? What's going on? He just fresh out the session. You feel me, man? Obviously, real quick before we get into what we want to talk about, man. How was that session, man? What was going on? I've seen the last 2 times you've been cooking some shit up. So what's that been about, man? What you got coming up?
Man, this session was just kind of like, it's my homeboy's birthday. So I made a song for him this session. That's really why I wanted to do it.
Okay.
And then I started on something. But recently I just been recording singles just to see what type of vibe I can catch. Like, it's a new year, so trying to catch my vibes.
For sure, man. You hear it, man. So make sure you go like, comment, subscribe. First of all, before we get into the actual sit down conversation, man, make sure you do that. I mean, we got our goals. We need your help. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe. Go tell somebody. Obviously we got U4L Judo. He gonna talk. We got a lot to talk about. Honestly, man. You're someone with a story out here, man. You feel me? And that's why I honestly wanted to do the sit down with you too, bro. Because I've seen you a couple times here at the studio, and every single time you've been in some type of work mode, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I told you even back then. Like, not a lot of people have that work ethic, especially for you to have sat out for a year, basically. You know what I'm saying? For you to come back and have a better work ethic than a lot of other people that's still out here. It's like what the fuck's wrong with a lot of people, man? So talk about what that. First, let's talk about like where did you even get that work ethic from? You know what I'm saying? What pushes you to work the way that you do right now?
To be honest, it's like probably being locked up. Like, I was down like 3.5 years, so it's kind of like I'm just thinking of everything that I wanted to do, and it's kind of like manifestation at the same time, to where I was just thinking about it. I'm writing out plans. So when I got out, I just figured only way to get it done is to do it.
For sure.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it, trying to execute all the plans.
For sure.
Yeah,
And you're not lying about some plans, y'all. Like, I told you off camera I wanted to bring this up, just that manila folders that you had, you know what I'm saying? When I seen you that one time, like, when I tell y'all this, like, this shit looks, there's a stack of shit that this nigga was writing when he was inside, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you was talking about it then too, like, that's pretty much kind of what your plan was, like, every day. Well, you wrote down some in terms of like that plan. So, what phase are you right now in terms of like that stack of papers that you have right now? What phase are you in?
To be honest, it was no specific organization with it.
Okay.
I was somebody who had like a lot of papers, like music, papers with thoughts. I'd have composition notebooks with plans. I read books and just take notes in notebooks. So it was just like, I didn't really have a specific plan with it or a certain type of organization. It was just kind of like, I knew what I wanted to do, had an overall idea. And as far as right now, I'm still trying to figure out the steps of what I'm gonna do first and everything, but it's coming along. It's just like a dream journal, but trying to bring them to life.
For sure.
That's basically it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Talk about that transition for you coming from being locked up to now being outside, like I said, for the past year. What was that transition like for you? Having to kind of literally being in a different mental state, physical state. Now that you're free again, you're home. Like, what was that transition like for you to come into that and like I said, kind of push you into this work ethic that you have?
To be honest, it's like, as far as the work part, that's probably the easiest part of the transition, is the working, because coming out, it's like the hardest part is adapting to regular life. So it's kind of like I use this as a distraction from getting in trouble and from just a lot of other stuff. Like, for example, when I got out, I was still showering in my boxers, and I still shower. Showers are just habits, like, institutionalized.
Yeah.
So it's like I still gotta adapt in a lot of ways to freedom, because it's like you get used to stuff.
Right.
Like, you build habits quick. In a few weeks, you could build a habit. So going years doing the same thing, it's like you don't just snap out of it.
For sure.
But as far as working, it's like that's my distraction. That's the easy part.
For sure. So what would you say, like, from before you went in to now that you're out, like, so the two, like, what would you say is different? Like, I know it was like 2019. You said that you went in. What was the? Because like, you were still doing things. You were connected with people back then. I've seen you connected with 211 Junie. You connected with Fat Trap, and rest in peace, Fat Trap. Connected with Big Boss Butter. So talk about when you were out before then. What was that? Was it like? What was the difference you said between then and now for you now?
I didn't care before. Like, before, they cared more than me, as far as like Junie, Lingo, Butter, just everybody I was dealing with. Like, they seen more in me than I seen in myself, in a way. So it was just like, they care more. That's the difference. Like, now that I care and they see me actually, like, they see me putting my effort in. It's like they'll do whatever to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they would have did whatever before, but now it makes it easier since I care.
For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt. And even talk about your co-defendant a little bit. U4L Emoji. He's a true artist that I would say as well. What was it like having your partner like that? Obviously through music, and also obviously y'all did some real things together. Like what is it like having someone like that in your life, and even seeing him in the artistry? Talk about the artistry was like for you guys.
To be honest, Emoji, it was like we get together and it's like, I don't know. I don't even know what we would do for real. Like he'd just pop up to my apartment, and I might record a song for him or whatever, and then we just might go do this. Like with him, it's like you're living in the moment.
Right.
Like one moment we might be talking about music, getting ready to do music. The next moment he might be trying to go to some type of rooftop or just live life. So with him, it's like he kind of taught me to live in the moment.
For sure.
Yeah, like before all the street stuff and before all the music, it's like just enjoy life while you can.
Right.
So that's what it was like around him. It's just like you gotta live.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Bringing it back to more recently, man. You've been really active. That I've been mentioning. Like you've dropped singles, dropped videos. You dropped the Killer's Diary that you also mentioned before here on our interview before. Talk about and even the RDR night. So I want to. It's a lot that I just mentioned, but I want to start with just the connections now that you've been making to allow you to kind of be in this mode, in this space that you're doing. Who are some people? What are some things that you've done to kind of get you in the space that you're in right now?
A lot of the connections, like the connections that I found most dear to me and important to me, are connections that I had made before I got locked up.
Okay.
Like as far as like videographers, like Kiru, Useless, and just a handful of people like producers. It's a lot of new producers that's coming around. That's probably the best like new connections I'm making. There's a lot of producers and artists. Everything. Most of them are like from before I got locked up, so it's more genuine. Cause like they weren't where they are right now, and I wasn't where I am right now. But it's like we were cool, so it's like now that it's kind of like we get to meet in the middle in a way. So it's like those are the best connections, the ones that were from before. Right. But recently I've been making a lot of good connections from people who just heard about me, heard little stuff, or have mutual friends or fans of my work. It's like, yeah.
I was gonna say, cause that is one thing about you, bro. Like despite like. You don't fit the stigma of someone that has the street life. I would say, you know what I'm saying? Like you're a real personal person. People can have conversations with you. Your personality rings with a lot of people. Like I even saw at the show, like you had a big turnout of people coming specifically for you. Your personality kind of sits with a lot of people. What do you think it is about you, especially that make people like value you this way? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the fact that. Like everybody expects a street nigga to be all like like on some big Grim Reaper shit all the time and some gladiator shit.
Right.
But as far as me, it's like people know what I do. I know what I do as far as that. So it's like I try not to mix the two. Because at the end of the day, it's like I look at myself as a human just like everybody else. So I'm not going to look at it like I could come around this person. I know I could do this to them. I know I could do that. But at the end of the day, I know they could do it to me too. It doesn't matter.
It's real.
Like anybody can. So I just treat people like humans. So I try not to mix it too. So I'm around the street people, like you'll see that side of me. But as far as the other thing, it's just like that's like an escape from the street shit. Like nobody wants to be around that all the time.
Right. For sure. And we was just bringing up a good point off camera, bro. Like how you said, just even you being that person that people look to, like, what is it like for you? Like you said, you reaching back out, giving gratitude, saying thank you. Like, what is the importance of that for you? Like that you just talked about off cameras. Excuse me, my bad. But what's the importance of that to you that we were just talking about?
I mean, it's all about being a genuine person. Like just being a real, like being humble for real. That's all it's about. Like I've heard Bees, shout out to Boss Bees, but I heard him use the example of Lil Uzi, to where it's like someone like Uzi, you'll see him interact with his fans and people who fuck with him, and you'll think they knew each other forever type shit. Right. So it's like, if you show genuine love, you'll get it back. So that's how I look at it. Like I treat everybody with respect that I want, and unless like I don't respect them, that's the only way I'm not gonna treat you with respect. Right. And then it's like I show love to people who show love to me, because I know it goes full circle.
For sure. Hell yeah. So talk about, what was that experience like for you? I'm directly speaking now, talking about RDI nights, when you was out there, and like I guess your crowd specifically when they came out there, no disrespect to anyone else's, I was out there. But you know, you had a really strong crowd that night. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what you felt from like literally bringing everything we just talked about full circle. Talk about what it was like in that moment. You know, you having people rock out with you the way that they did.
Man, it felt good for real. Like I knew people were gonna show up and everything, but you know, I kind of. Alright, nah, yeah, I knew people were gonna show up, but it was kind of awesome. Like I didn't know it was gonna be like that for real.
Right.
So it was just kind of, I don't know, it was just love. Like I felt good in the moment, and basically it's like, I don't know, it showed me the difference between having fans and supporters.
Right.
Because a lot of people have fans where it's just like, you know, I listen to your music and everything, but if someone better who makes the same type of music comes out tomorrow, I might stop listening to you type shit.
For sure.
But a supporter is gonna rock out. They gonna buy your tickets. They gonna do everything. Like, so that showed me the difference that I got supporters, and it's just it's love.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny. Like I'm glad we got to talk about, you know, like that's a lot of the sincere things about you, man. But you know, you went with the title of Killer's Diary, right? That's kind of like, you know, talks about everything. Now I'm not gonna say it trumps everything we just talked about, but it just kind of shows that you said the other side of what you were saying. But you know, talk about, you know, through the artistry, what kind of fueled that a little bit? What made you want to go with that style? Obviously, I felt like what I enjoyed about the project was the fact that I felt like you were actually telling a story and making it feel like I felt in the room with you and everything that you were saying. So what brought that energy from that for that album work? Especially shout out to Trill 800. You know what I'm saying? What was that energy like? Especially you collabing with him like that.
As far as Trill, it was like me and Trill met at a Junie show, and Junie was opening for Shy Glizzy. It was like we were cool and we're in the little dressing room, and he came up to me like, "Yeah, I'm so and so. I heard about you, whatever." So after that, we were like, "Let's work." So I started booking the sessions. But to be honest with you, like I was fresh out, so I didn't really know these producers and know these people's work. Right. But I just knew their personality, so I'm like, he's a good person. Like I would fuck with him. For sure. So when we went to the studio, the first song we made was the Murder joint, or the second, whatever. That was one of the first songs we made, and I'm like, yeah, I fuck with this nigga. I fuck with him. So once I got the vibe from his beats, where it's like, all right, he got beats to where it's like, I can say what I want to say, I can feel what I want to feel, because that's the biggest process of me making a song, to where it's like, I'm gonna go off the beat the first 10 seconds. If I feel it, then you know, like I'm gonna stick to it. Like it's gonna lock me into that beat. But if I don't feel anything, like if it don't make me scrunch my face or feel anything, like I go to the next joint. So all the beats on that, like the whole production, basically was that. And then like I had a chance to take some of my jail raps and put it on the beats, and I had a chance to just freestyle most of the song. So the project of Killer's Diary, the name is that because it's kind of like, you know, when you got a diary, it's secrets. It's shit you don't get to talk about. Right. And that's what I look at as music. Like, it's shit that I can't just say, like, regular. I can't just say, yeah, I did this to Shawty or whatever. But if I put in a rap, everybody will smile and dance to it. Might be saying the wildest shit ever.
No cap. I'm saying no cap. That for real.
Nah, for real. So I get to basically open up my diary and share it in a way where people aren't looking at me like I'm a psychopath. Like, that shit might be true, it might not be, but you know, it's just it gives me the opportunity to get shit off my chest. So it's like it's my diary.
That's nice. Yeah, nah, for real. I felt that, man. So you know, I like I said, the other day, or it was the other day. I caught up with you when you was making a song in there. Talk about that song a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to ask you for the audio of that joint on the low ski. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about, you know, just moving forward. You know, like you said, that was your first project. Now, like I said, you had that book. I know you. I think you mentioned that time we were talking. I mentioned a lot of off-camera stuff right now, but I remember that time we was talking. You were saying that like pretty much like you said that you're bringing that diary into the music. You know, is there any more from that stack that's gonna be put out in the coming future?
Yeah, of course. Like my first project, Built to Last, was probably like 9 out of however many songs. Probably like 9 of them were from the jail raps. Okay. Like just songs that I wrote that I wanted to record, and that's the best part of the process, is being able to take stuff that I wrote in there, make beating on my chest or beating on the door or whatever, and bringing it to life, putting it on a beat. So it's like, yeah, I got too many raps. I don't even know how many. I might have 20 notepads full of jail raps. So it's like, I'm still recording on them, and I'm still like trying to find the right homes for the songs with the right beats. So it's like it's plenty of. But recently I just been freestyling and stuff. Like I've been going off feelings.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I'm in a place where I don't feel a lot in the moment, like life is just kind of dry, then I'll go to the notepads. If I'm in a place where there's stuff going on, then I'm gonna go off my feelings.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. So it's like 50-50 between you off the top and writing?
Yeah, about
Okay.
50-50.
About 50. That's all right,
Yeah.
man. That's all right. So just, obviously on this podcast, I also try to, like, before we go, of course, is there anything that you could say to anyone, especially in any platform, any situation in life, bro? Like, just, like I said, your work ethic. Is there something that you could tell someone out there about what they can do to, maybe work harder or push themselves a little bit? Like, what I'm saying? Like I said, you're someone that sat off for some time, and you out here and you're spanking motherfuckers that been out here sitting on their ass. So it's like, talk about, what should someone do, or what can someone do to kind of move in a certain, I'm not gonna say same because everybody's their own person, but what are some things that you can probably tell someone to help them, kind of move a certain way?
To be honest, I look at it like, for me it's discipline really, but not everybody has discipline. Right. But I look at it in a way like, if anybody in the world wants something, they get it. They find a way to get it type shit. Like, if a drug addict wants a crack rock, they find a way to get it. They could have nothing. For sure. They could have not ate, but they're going to find a way to get that. If a fat person wants food, they're going to find a way to get food. For sure. So if you want something, you're going to get it. If you want a camera, then you're going to find a way to get that camera. So it's like, if they want it bad enough, they'll do it on their own. For sure. But if they looking for the inspiration to want it, and it's kind of like, that's a journey within, to be honest. Like, they just got to think of, why are they doing this? Is it actually worth it to them? Do they actually want this, or are they confused? Like, it's really like a battle within. But it's like, if you want something, you'll do it naturally. For sure. Yeah.
So what are some things that you tangibly want, in the coming future for yourself? Obviously, you have music and everything going on, but what are some things that you say that you actually want right now in life?
I want peace. That's I want peace and happiness. For sure. That's and like, I'm looking for it, but it's like, and I'm not gonna stop till I get it. For sure. But that's really like, I don't know. I read a quote when I was locked up, and it might have been Usher who said it, but he said success is measured in personal happiness. So it's like, I'm just looking for happiness. I'm looking for like being satisfied with what I've done and like what I have coming up to do. Like, that's all I really live for. For sure. Yeah. That's right. That's poetic right there. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. That's all right. Judo, man. Anything specific coming up that you want to tell the people to look out for, man, before we head out, man? Anything specific or any projects or anything like that? Visuals. I just got visuals on the way. I got projects coming up probably. I'm not gonna give a specific date, but maybe May or June. Like, I'll drop another project. Like, but visuals. Just keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. Yeah. I got a lot of visuals that I'm trying to get rid of. Any
collabs? You working with anybody too?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working with producers, mainly. Okay, so producers. I got a project with the producer, Basement Sam. Shout out to Basement Sam.
Shout out Basement Sam. A highlight for sure.
Sam. Yeah, so project with Basement Sam. I'm working on another project with producer Max Free.
Shout out Max Free, I want to say 211,
yeah, Max Free and guitarist Sami. We're working on a project. Like, I'm working on a lot of projects at once. Like, I'm not prioritizing any one thing, so it's like, whatever gets done first, you're gonna get.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. That's real, man. Judo, appreciate you, man. If my people don't like, comment, subscribe again. Feel me? Tap into the Killer's Diary, his latest project. He gets that shit for you. I'm telling you, he's bumping in the whip. All right. You know what I'm saying? And Judo, man, good luck to everything that you got going on, man. Like I said before, man, because it's like I said off camera. A lot of things off camera, but I'm sorry that y'all couldn't get the off camera experience. This is just some real shit. You feel me? Some real nigga shit.
Part two.
You know what I'm saying? We were saying, like, it's good to see people working though. Like I'm saying, no bad. That's like, y'all know me when it comes to doing things that I do. Like, it's all about putting the work in. Make sure that you have a purpose, have something that you align with, so to help you stay connected to that thing that you want to work for. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Julie, you see someone that's got that going for themselves, bro. So keep going. Good luck to you, man. You're gonna succeed, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you have, like I said, it's a lot. It's something that you have that a lot of people don't have, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So stick to it, man. Protect that peace that you're seeking, bro. And then yeah, bro, like that's all I gotta say for the people, man. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe again. All right, y'all, I'm gonna be back with the solo at some point. But if you trying to get, you know what I'm saying, be one of the next podcasts, lock in with me, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we can have a nice little sit down. But Judo, let people know they can follow you. I mean, obviously, if they don't know, they should know by now. But let the people know they should follow you, man.
Right, it's U4L Judo, U4L everywhere. So U4L Judo anywhere. Type it in on Google, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. U4L Judo, pop up. It'll pop up.
For sure. And like that, man, a lot of love, a lot of peace. Thank you. We done.